Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CommonFolk Call of Duty Mobile 1v1 Finals. I'm Sarthak Ayappa, and alongside me, Daksh. How you doing, bro?
Hi guys, what's up today? Welcome to today's match. Really excited for today's finals. And let's see
sure.
who takes the win. Yesterday we have seen similar players playing. Mr. RF Professor was playing. So how do you feel about today's match, Sarthak?
I mean, it's anyone's guess on who's gonna come up on top, but clearly both of these lads have come through the ranks and reached the finals. Well deserved for both of them. Kind of a smoother path for Professor, as most of his opponents didn't even turn up for their matches. So a lot more buys on his side, but well deserved regardless.
Very well said, Sarthak. I totally believe in that too. And today's match is going to be really exciting.
Yep. And as we wait, we are going to bring you a pre-match segment where we talk to both the players regarding the 3 rounds which are yet to begin at Shipment, Rust and Killhouse. Let's hope we go down to the wire with this one. At least we've seen matches in the 1v1 part of our tournament get over right after 2 rounds. So let's hope we go through all 3 rounds this time around. And Daksh, any bold predictions?
Dude, so yesterday this RF professor really took away my heart by the way he was playing. He really knows the maps, he really knows the weapons, he really knows how to attack somebody. So I really have bets on RF Professor, but you really don't know what exactly happens in the finals because people tend to show their best games in the end.
Exactly.
They save it for later.
Bingo. And looks like we are all set to go to the players themselves for a pre-match chat. Let's bounce there, Daksh.
There?
Yeah. Hey Saha, hey Professor, you all are here?
Yeah.
All right. So finals 1v1. What do you think? How do you think it's gonna be? Did y'all do a little bit of a research beforehand, watching each other's semi-final matches? Why don't you go first, Saha?
I've played against people from Professor's clan, right? So I know that he's good because the people from his clan are like super tryhards. Plus, I was just talking to Professor on DM and I was telling him like, yeah, I'm scared because like you're OP, bro. And he was like, no, dude, you're too good. And I was like, no, man, like anybody who uses the Urban Tracker skin, that's like the first indication that they're going to be super tryhard. So I'm already wary. So I'm already wary of him. And because I watched his semi-final also, so like, yeah, I am going to be like playing a bit passive, I guess, trying to like figure out what his strategy is going to be.
And Professor Daksh, who's with us as well, he commentated for your semi-finals. He has good things to talk about you. We are all impressed, in fact. Thoughts going into this match?
To be honest, I'm very nervous right now. Like, I mean, I looked how he played and everything. Yeah, he's got everything. I think it's a very tough match. I think it's got a close match. It's going to be a very close match.
All right. Okay then. We'll see you on the other side after all 3 rounds. Good luck to both participants.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
And that was Saha and Professor. Looks like both of them are a little nervous to face each other off. What do you say, Daksh?
I totally believe that too. I didn't pitch in the conversation because I wanted the players to speak because all the way I'll be speaking. So yeah. But yeah, I could really feel that both of them were very positive and they knew that they are against the competition. So they were not trying to boast themselves up, but they were prepared for what was to come.
Clearly. And a little bit of context there for Saha, since he's apparently played with Professor's clan, and we should be ready to go soon enough. Let's see what happens in Shipment first time around. Meanwhile, for those of you in the chat, make sure you mention who you're here for. Which player do you think will come out on top? TXR, Saha or RF Professor?
We're about to start, guys. Any minute now.
Any minute. Meanwhile, also Daksh will be joined by Tiwari, who will be joining us with a couple of stats from his perspective. Tiwari is a player of the West Call of Duty mobile team.
Alright. So I'm pretty sure that he would have a very deep understanding of this game and would be able to give us some insight.
Yes, he will. Meanwhile, why don't I go ahead and ask you how your Call of Duty Warzone adventures have been?
Hey dude, so yeah, they've recently pushed out the season 5 and we are kind of waiting for the season 6, but there are rumors that there might not be a season 6, but all the introduction to the new games and the weapon and the systems, like, it's amazing, dude. You all have to try that game once. Like, it's just very addictive. But yeah, the problem with Warzone is once it crashes, it's like crashes for a long time, and it's really hard to figure out how to get the game back working. But apart from that, once you get a hang of Warzone, guys, I gotta tell you, you will get addicted to it because it's a one hell of an addictive game.
I'm sure. Just like the many players who already are. And your expeditions, did you actually try out, I don't know if it was a real-time kind of feature or what went down, but there was a special part or a special moment in Warzone when the Call of Duty Cold War, an introduction to Call of Duty Cold War, in fact.
Yeah, dude, like, there was a huge thing, but I kind of missed it. I didn't check up on that because...
I'm sure. We all miss out on the best parts, but right about now, let's hope we don't miss out on any of this, as the first round, Shipment 1v1, Professor versus Saha. Let's see who comes out on top.
Enemy contact.
Nades out already.
Lost the lead.
Saha gets the first kill.
Match is begun, guys, and
Looks like Daksh is having a couple of technical issues, but nonetheless, Saha trying to cover himself from Professor pretty well. They're taking their time, getting tagged heavily there, both players. Down goes Professor. 2-0 already, and Saha looking bright.
I hope Sarthak, my internet started kind of working. Sorry for those technical glitches. But look over here, we have 16 minutes to go, and we have 2-1.
Yep, these guys are going neck and neck pretty much. They're able to tag each other equally every time they encounter one another. But right now, Saha looking down on the low.
Yeah, but Saha is also equally fast as Professor, so both of them have a very good competition. But looking at that, Professor really has a very locked-on aim, you know. He really knows where he's firing and where the bullets are landing.
Yep. And of course, talk about this. Yeah, and down goes Professor in the process. This is gonna be a long match for sure. 3-2 as the score stands. Target is 25 kills. And the nade, does he know about the nade?
No, he did not, but luckily he was in quite some distance, so he saved himself. Both of them rotating on each other. They're gonna meet at a point. Which point? Let's see. And Professor is right behind Saha.
Yep, almost. This map, the nature of this map actually throws a lot of things out of proportion. We recently saw in one of the round 2 matches, 5v5, two of the teams were faced with domination on this map. It was absolute chaos. So equally.
Yeah. I think I remember that match. Sarthak, it was very chaotic.
Lost the lead.
And Saha going down right there. Score stand at 3-4. It's gonna go hand in hand. 4-4. This is not gonna stop.
Saha taking an amazing kill. Saha locking on Professor and firing, and he was about to take him down, but he changing his position. Professor knows where he is.
Nade out.
Nade out by Professor, and that was a good nade.
Yep. But he could barely get it tagged.
Moved right away.
They're taking their time clearly. Scores are level. Time there. Saha tried a drop shot, got taken out.
It was a beautiful shot by Saha.
He tried nonetheless. Professor pushing towards Saha, taking his time. Saha peeks, big mistake. Again, Professor with the frag.
It's getting a little tough.
Yep. Professor might be getting on a grin right about now, even though he was nervous before the match start. He's got Saha in his sights. Will he get him is the question. No, it gets taken down.
But I must say, Sarthak, that Saha is already giving a very good competition to Professor. There are a lot of chances that he might be, start dominating in the end of the game.
Yep.
But
clearly.
as of now, I'm pretty sure Professor has put Saha under a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Clearly, as Saha trying to find the right angle to peek at Professor. Score stands at 5-7. Can we talk about Saha's change of skin? Clearly, he's changed loadout right about now.
Yep, he has. And he just... Oh, and that actually worked for him,
Yep, It did, didn't it?
Enemy contact.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. And a grenade incoming, trying to move away from the grenade. That was a good skip. He missed the grenade.
Quick
But
on
I
his
like
feet.
the way that Professor already knows where he is, so he's just checking the grenade over there.
Indeed, and just for context for the viewers, the first round is almost a free-for-all in terms of choice of gun. Second round will go to the loser's choice in the second round, so that'll be interesting to see as Saha takes a rather weird spot to camp.
And he's camping inside. Guys, don't forget to let us know who's your favorite player and what was one of your favorite kills.
Yep, and as he peeks out, bad. Saha gets taken down, but the score
Professor didn't want to miss that opportunity. He was like, I'm going to take him down. He
clearly.
did. And it was a beautiful killing by Saha. He went to crouch and then he finally decided to lie down there and kill him.
Yep, but quick respawn and the Professor gets Saha. Clearly that's the advantage, and again double kill real quick there by Professor.
His game's getting real quick now. There was a slow space earlier. Now it's 8-10. Professor on the lead. Saha 8 points. 2 points behind Professor.
Yep, and
11
clearly
minutes to go, guys. Let's see.
Goldskin Gun Saha is not here to joke around. He is a player of fantastic caliber, and he
Ooh, that was a close one. Professor
close.
actually planted from the right side when Saha was looking in front of him.
too close.
Ooh.
Brilliant.
That was one of the closest calls I've seen in this match, at least, because both of them are very poor on health, but still Saha taking the last shot on Professor.
Yep, meanwhile in the chat, Professor OP, let's go Professor, Jitwan and Sanyam in the chat cheering on for their friend. Down goes Saha in the process. Looks like Professor's friends might just be right about this round at least, but target being 25 kills, only time will tell.
Only 10 minutes to go, guys.
Contact.
Oh, and counter again, down goes Saha. He's just not getting the momentum he needs. Will he try to switch loadout? Yes, he does.
And let's see what this loadout helps him. I hope this kind of, helps him push Professor a little more.
Possibly drops just for safety. He's been tagged. He'll wait for the regen.
Professor has actually, decided to push him, dominate him from different sides. He's actually taken the advantage over here. He's pushing him.
Brilliant flank there by Professor, and he will go and hide as long as
That was a
his...
very close one. If Saha would have just checked and peeked over there, he might have got the kill because he was low on
Needs
health,
to.
and Professor taking the advantage of that and backfiring on him.
He needs to watch his back, Saha. He really needs to watch his back, but this time around, right in front of him, Professor lines up for a shot.
Safik, but I still have to tell you, this is a very neck-to-neck game. Even though Professor has a lot of lead, Saha
Really?
is also getting a good competition. It's not that Professor can just go with an easy shot because he knows if he leaves it open, Saha just might take the shot.
Yep. And of course, in the chat, we've got Saha's friend Shaurya saying Saha will make a comeback, but as the score stands 16-10, target is 25. Professor leading.
Really great to hear that we have support for Saha too, because he's playing amazingly. Even though he's kind of losing right now, but he's giving his best.
Yep.
17 guys, 9 minutes 30 seconds.
Oh,
to go.
face off, and Saha gets taken down once again. Saha's going to be cautious, and it'll be interesting to see if he does take the round loss. What will his weapon of choice be for the next round? Meanwhile, nade out, and he will push Saha right about now. Came off the ground. Saha hides for a health regen. Professor will push, peaks. Good idea or bad?
Doesn't make it, and they both push each other, but Professor has established over here. He has more health. Saha is very low on health. He makes a misfire.
He's gonna wait for health regen. Will he wait? Will time be on his side?
Professor is squeezing him. He just wants to squeeze him now.
Neither of them know
That's
what
the
they're
neck
up
neck
to.
match. Both of them jumping left and right, missing each other. I don't know who's gonna meet who.
Going in
At the fighting
circles.
point, at the fighting
Face
point,
off.
Professor.
Brilliant one, Daksh.
That was a brilliant one, bro. Saha finally took the kill. That was just going neck to neck. They were going left, right, and they couldn't meet at a point.
Yep. What an intense match this is turning out to be. Closest to the target is Professor, but Saha coming back possibly, but gets taken down in the
Yeah,
process.
because I feel over here there was a lot of open space for Professor, and that's what Saha did. Like, he rushed into that. He shouldn't have done that, I feel. And Saha is taking some cover and giving some fire to Professor. He knows he's throwing a grenade.
Yep, will he
Waiting
get
for
it just right?
Going for the grenade.
Brilliant
Flag
timing.
out. Oh, it did damage him. Did reduce his health.
Yes, it did.
And
Professor
push Professor before he recovers all his health. And there we can see he already has his health.
Saha
Let's
will
see
be.
if Saha can push Professor or not. Both of them very scared right now.
Yeah, they're gonna take their time. Clearly, they have enough time for a comeback. Saha peaks and make sure he backs off.
Under a lot of pressure because for Professor only another 5 points to go for victory. 6 points, sorry.
Yep, and they will face each other off and Saha goes down.
And that was a good defense by Saha for a long time, but Professor in the end took the kill. Professor pushing in from the right side, Saha trying to go behind him, and that was a close one. If there was just a bit of quicker movement, he could have just saved himself, but that was a good try, Saha.
Yep, tries again. Saha doesn't quite get it. 22-11 as the score stands. That's 11 kill difference.
Enemy contact.
Does he?
A lot, I must say, Sarthak.
Yep.
That's literally like half.
Is he aware Professor will flank him if he doesn't pay attention? Or
Another
Professor
3
backs
points
off?
for Professor.
Face
Professor's
off.
very confident about it.
Gets him.
Saha doing a lot of damage. Saha changing his loadout, giving a lot of damage to Professor. That was
Yep.
good.
Heavily
Right
tagged.
away. He's going for it, flanks him, sees him. Even I just hope he would have held that aim and he could have just taken him down, but a misfire, it's okay.
Close but no cigar as the Professor 1 kill away from this round win. Will he get it right about now? Saha, is he aware he's going to get flanked? Instead, Professor gets taken down.
Saha doesn't want to give the final kill. Now Saha's gone full alert. He's seen
Clearly,
Professor.
he's on his toes, Saha. He doesn't want to give in to this one.
Yeah, but Professor giving his best. And he taking the final shot. That was a beautiful game, Sarthak.
25 kills achieved. Professor will be happy about that one. Meanwhile, Saha will have the choice of weapon going into the next round. Let's see who comes out on top at that. Meanwhile, in the chat, Pika's advantage on a mobile game? Surely not, says Daniel Joseph. This is undoubtedly very entertaining, says Hellblazer. What a game, says Jitwan. Yeah, folks, keep going. And apparently Manjit Singh thinks Professor has an undue advantage because he's playing on an Indian server from the Middle East.
Just another day. Good job.
Meanwhile, Daksh, thoughts on that one? Just to wrap our heads
I
around
was
that.
about to say that I'm not very sure about that, how it's going to make a difference, because I have no knowledge if there could be a latency difference max to max, but apart from that, I really don't think there can be an advantage until unless you're using an emulator. But clearly, if you did, Call of Duty lets you know about it.
Yep, surely it does. Meanwhile, why don't you all go in and, sit tight, folks, as the players decide on what next, which weapon next by Saha. We'll run a short video from Tire Stickers India. You might have seen them pop up on the right hand side of your stream. They are indeed sponsoring the MVP of the tournament prize in the 5v5 tournament. And yep, let's just take a look at what they're up to. Yep, looks like we are back, folks. That was Tire Stickers India. They are handing out an MVP of the tournament prize, 4.5k worth tire stickers for the MVP. That will be a nifty one for sure. Meanwhile, Daksh, I'm guessing we have Tiwari with us, our stats expert, so to speak, with regard to guns and other tactical and lethals. He's part of the West Call of Duty Mobile team. Tiwari, talk us through what happened in that first round. Tell us how intense was it for you from your perspective?
So I would say it was a very good, in the starting, the TXA Saha was very good. He was very good with his QQ9. He was very good with the close range. But the HG40, since of the recent new Call of Duty update, Season 9, it has got a very good buff. And Professor has beaten him with the HG40, which is tremendously very nice. I would say it has a very good damage buff. And the tables had turned after the first 5 kills. Now this is actually very nice thing. And as I spoke to the as I spoke to the players, now for the TXA Saha has chosen the snipers for the next round.
Wow. Okay. Interesting indeed, Tiwari. And of course, we'll have you right after the second round as well. Thank you for that stat update. As always, Daksh.
My pleasure.
Yep.
That really gives us an insight about how maybe the next round might be played by Saha and
Maybe he'll come out on top.
And that was great.
Yeah, indeed it was. HG40 actually worked in his favor, not bad. Anyway, let's see who come out on top in second round, as Saha has chosen snipers as the weapon of choice.
And is it still a surprise to us what Professor chooses, or do you think he's going to go with the same loadout, Sarthak? What do you think?
It is the same loadout, Daksh. Those are the rules. Both players will have the same loadout going into the 1v1 round matches. We are following the 1v1 duel format. Only thing in TDM, just for the sake of us, so we can spectate and stream it for our audience.
Well, I was well aware of that. I just did that for my audience because I thought newcomers should know how it's going.
Of course, Daksh. Cheeky one you are.
Anyways, guys, now we're playing Rust and the game has begun. 0-all, 16 minutes game, 25. Whoever gets to 25. That was a beautiful kill by Professor.
Okay, first frag, Professor. Let's hope Saha still has his spirits high. He was the lad to choose snipers.
And let's see who has advantage over here. You really have to be, very familiar with this map over here. It is small though, but like there are these gaps where you can take a shot from.
Yep, especially that top angle on maintenance, the tower maintenance. Will Professor get a line of sight to Saha is the question. He did lose a bit of health, taking fall damage there.
And he's trying to get behind Saha somehow.
He did take a look at Saha. Saha has a line of sight to Professor as well. Will he tries the question? Too slow.
Saha takes a kill.
Too slow indeed. Saha with his first frag.
Switching out the weapons. Professor and Saha has come across each other. Let's see who takes a shot. And that's for Saha to all guys. That was a beautiful shot. Saha coming back. Strong as ever.
Clearly
he's
making
going top. He's trying to gain some height.
Yeah, clearly making it evident why he chose snipers. He doesn't realize Professor's behind him and gets taken down.
That was just... He should have observed it better, I feel. He could have just seen him there, but... happens, I believe.
Yep, it does, as Saha will be pushing around the back this time. Oh, okay. Professor's aware. He's aware. He's checking either side.
Saha really doesn't know where he is. Saha has seen Professor. I think no, he's still not seen him.
Possibly,
he's hoping he's near the pipes. Okay, now he's spotted. Taking a shot, but missing it.
Professor gets taken down nonetheless. Professor turned towards the wrong side there. You got to be attentive, super attentive when it's snipers only.
Exactly, Sarthak. You really have to be careful, paying attention to all the corners, because people usually take a shot from an angle, because it really doesn't make sense coming in front of you and taking a shot unless you really have a quick reaction.
Yeah, probably the only player I've seen take sniper shots at point blank is our very own West Call of Duty mobile player, War Machine. He's a mad lad, but that's a story for another day.
sniper!
I'm sure it is, Sathik, but right now, as of now, both of them lost and coming in front of each other. Professor taking a shot connecting, taking some damage. Saha trying to flank from the right.
Face
going for the
off.
flank.
Point
He's
blank.
Going for a no scoper. No, he went for going for a no scoper again. And going to, he shouldn't go for a scope, I believe.
It's a
And
face
reloading
off.
gun.
It's a face off of an unusual kind.
Yeah, it's a very close one, Sathik. I don't know who's gonna take this. I think it's just the bullets are just gonna get wasted. Nobody's gonna kill anybody.
Gets
Oh,
a no scope.
Saha just took a no scoper. That was a beautiful shot. Since
That
he was
took a
very
while.
close, right?
That took a while, didn't it? Daksh, oh, they're once again close enough and Saha with a no scope
That was a
again.
beautiful Saha dropping Professor down. But I'm pretty sure Professor would be taking this personally. And the third
Another
one personally
one.
because he really gave him out.
3 kills within 10 seconds for Saha. Brilliant stuff. And will Professor peek? No, he won't. Has one side open and Saha will get taken down.
And for the first time, guys, Saha has taken the lead 6-4.
Yep, pushing slowly. In fact, Professor knows where Saha is. Saha backs off, tries a shot, misses it. Misses once again, Professor.
For both of them, it was really hard to get a shot. They both were scared of getting shot, but again, a close call, missing, and a
Gets
beautiful
him.
one
Yep.
by Professor. It's somehow connected.
Yep, tagged him twice. In fact, clearly worked in his favor, the first tag. And Professor looking towards the wrong side once again. Saha could get the jump on him right about now. Closing in, face off once again. Who's gonna come out on top?
I think
Yep, down goes Saha. Oh no, not Saha, my bad. Saha gets the frag and Professor will be not too happy about that one. And Professor has a line of sight, tries Saha, misses. Daksh, are you with me?
yes, I just had some internet connectivity issues, so I just kind of paused for a while. So I was just with you listening to you, but yeah, I'm right here, Sathak, don't worry.
Alright.
These two players have all my attention because they're playing very neck to neck. Earlier game, we saw how Professor dominated in the end, but Saha giving him a good competition. Over here, we can see Saha really has a good grip on his sniper.
Yeah, face off once again, Daksh. What's gonna happen this time? Last time Saha came out on top, and this time Professor.
But over here, in right now, Sathak, in the condition we are in right now, it's 7-6. So I really don't know what can really happen. And looking at Saha's game, he really has confidence over sniper.
Clearly, that was his choice of weapon for this round. Keeps himself open. Big mistake. Saha gets taken down.
But let me tell you that also, Professor is no less either. He's also got a very good hand with the sniper. He's coming back. He's made a strong comeback. He's equal the score. He
Yep.
knows where the points are. He's taken the height and taking another shot
Clearly.
straight on the head,
Very
taking Saha
evident.
down.
Very, very evident. Everything you just said as Professor made that kill. Saha, if he keeps himself open, he's gonna get taken down. Professor too slow there. Meanwhile, Professor backs off.
Yeah, he's looking for cover. He doesn't want to be shot, but doesn't mind taking a shot.
Up 7-9 as the score stands. 25 is the target, but considering it is snipers, is this gonna go down to the wire?
I think so. I think it's just gonna be a time crunch now, and Saha making a comeback again. 8-9, guys.
Yep, 8-9. What?
Don't forget to let us know in the comment section what was your favorite shot and what was the funniest thing you could find in today's match.
Yep. I'm sure they'll find something as point blank too slow. Professor again, he's not doing quite well at point blank moments.
Really, Sathik, yeah. If it's a no scoper, I think Professor just has a hand over there.
Yep, clearly distance. It's a player distance for Professor. Meanwhile, Saha, the closer he gets to his opponent, the better. And he is approaching him. Right behind that wall is Professor. Saha gets that one. Professor is probably not too happy about this as Saha gets the lead.
And score standing at 10-9, 9 minutes to go, guys. This game can really just turn around right now. I don't think we'll be making it to 25 points, but you never know.
Get down!
Yeah,
Sniper!
clearly Professor did try climbing up maintenance once again. He backs off. He's out in the open. Saha in a top angle will get that kill. Meanwhile, Professor will try a couple of other ways to get Saha. Has an angle.
Damage.
Saha should hide, in my opinion. Big mistake.
Big mistake. Sarthak, what do you think of the game? What's going to happen? It's very neck to neck, 10,
Yeah.
11.
Super
8
neck to
minutes
neck.
to go.
I'm wondering, could we end up seeing possibly this going down to the timer itself rather than the kills?
I feel that, I honestly feel, I think this might go to the timer. And a beautiful shot by Professor. It was a very quick shot. Like, he just quick scoped him.
Yep, and Saha taking a high angle on maintenance, drops down a bit.
He's trying to
Meanwhile,
get the view.
Professor can
But
see him. It's a
What
tricky
happens when
one.
you get on top is you're very vulnerable. That's what Saha forgot.
Exactly, so that's the part which is super tricky, right? I mean, there is a sense of advantage standing on top of maintenance there, but keeping yourself out in the open is equally risky.
And especially out of attention, because something standing on top and moving, everybody's eye is going to drop on that.
Yep, is Professor aware Saha is almost right in front of his face? Nope, Saha backs off.
They're right here in front of each other. They just don't know about it. Anytime they can confront each other.
Yep.
And let's see how it goes about it.
Clearly Saha trying what he feels he has an advantage at, which is coming closer to Professor, but from a distance, no less, Saha gets that kill.
12 ball, guys. And 7 minutes standing.
Up. Could it go down to the timer, or will we see either of them get 25 kills?
Sathik, I don't know why, but I do feel there are chances of having a draw.
Possibly that's gonna go down to round number 4 then, but Saha gets taken down 13-12 as the score stands. Meanwhile, I must say,
6 minutes remaining, 6 minutes 30 seconds remaining, guys. Let's see what happens. As of now, I really feel it just might end up in a draw, Sathak. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, it's anyone's guess. There is, like you said, 6.5 minutes. Time will tell, Daksh. Time will tell. And Saha keeps himself out in the open. He knows Professor's right there.
And Professor takes a shot. 14-12, guys. He has already taken a 2-point lead. And in the last game, we saw the Professor won. So if he wins this one, there just might be a clean victory for him.
Yep.
But I'm pretty sure Saha is trying to avoid that. He's trying to take it to the third round.
Saha out in the open once again, but gets a real quick one there.
And that was a good reply. 13-14, guys. Saha only 1 point behind Professor, giving him some good competition. Make him bite his nails.
Clearly, he is. Saha will wait. Get a line of sight on Professor. Professor's doing the same. Has a line of sight. Professor backs off, surprisingly.
I think he's just gonna go flank him and go from the other side. Sarthak, can you notice earlier when the game started, before the 5-6 points, they were very rushing each other. They were playing very aggressively and all of that. Now you see the game has calmed down a little bit. They're more worried about winning, and in that's what the mistake Professor made. He looked in the wrong direction.
Clearly, yup. They're taking their time. Both of them, as score stands, at level for 14-14.
Exactly. I think in such a small map, especially Sniper, you need to have your eyes on the enemy. You can't let the eyes go off the enemy because you never know where from which point he might flank you and come to you.
Exactly, Daksh. All sides count. Professor taking the long route around the central maintenance part of the map.
They are diagonally opposite to each other, now pushing a little closer to each other.
Up and over at loading
Professor
dock.
just had a view on him but didn't take a shot.
Saha trying to get an angle from oil derrick, and Professor will come around the left hand side. Is Saha aware?
Yeah, I think Professor is well aware. No, Professor doesn't know where Saha is, but Saha did knew and takes a very good shot on Professor and taking him down 15-14, taking the lead. Saha trying to dominate the game, trying to get the win back.
Double kill.
Again, goes for another kill, 16-14, guys. This game is getting really interesting. Let's see who goes for close.
3 kills in a matter of 15 seconds. Saha's on a roll and in the lead. 4 minutes to go.
Sarthak, tell me, what do you got to say about that? That was a huge comeback from Saha.
Yup.
He was like, it's not going to go down in vain. He's going to give it back. He's going to give some competition to Professor. And as we can see, Professor really pushed down right now, trying to push his game up. But under pressure, only 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go.
Tagged Saha but couldn't get the kill. Professor goes down. Looks like he's starting to become impatient.
Very true, Sarthak. I can clearly see Professor kind of becoming impatient. Saha is holding his calm and just taking a shot, I guess.
I think he's unaware that Professor's...
Shot, he didn't aim properly. He was in a hurry to fire the bullet.
Yep, and clearly he didn't know Professor was on this side near pipeline, and Professor's clearly unaware. Saha is right in front of him almost.
And Saha has already spotted Professor and also spotted that he's not paying attention to him and not at the... And a beautiful shot behind the... They were hiding behind the pillars, but...
Clearly Saha, big mistake there. Saha tries a shot, misses. Professor does the same. Saha will get this one, possibly. No, he backs off and has his back towards Professor. Big mistake. Saha, what will you do? Gets tagged heavily.
Oh, that was a beautiful shot by Professor. That was like a very quick game and he just quick scoped him. That was... if he wouldn't have been damaged, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have taken a loss on that.
Yep, but clearly Professor doing good there. Double shot on Saha, and Saha trying to go up. Maintenance, and Professor's come down. Saha right there behind him, face off at point blank. Professor goes down.
19-16 guys, only 2 minutes to go. I think this tide may just turn around Saha's way, which is very weird and unusual, but it is. He did an effort for it.
You know what this means, Daksh? If we do end with the results right now, 19-16 or possibly Saha taking the lead even further, extending it up till 25, we are going down to the wire in the third round at Killhouse.
Exactly, Sarthak. That's going to be the decider one.
Yep.
And this time,
that.
Professor will have the right to just choose for weapon.
Yeah, I just hope we do. That's the question. Professor is no amateur here. He could make a comeback. 3 kills is the difference.
He's gone for his melee weapon. He's trying to move fast. He's trying to get the enemy. He knows he has a time crunch. Only 1 minute 30 seconds to go. He's supposed to land 4 kills in that. 3 kills to make it equal. 1 kill extra to make it win.
Sniper!
Clearly, Professor shows himself a bit. Saha trying to push him. Not too wise. It was Professor pushing and losing out on his lead. Fall damage there for Saha. Meanwhile, Professor goes up, gets him nonetheless.
Now he has 1 minute to make 3 more kills, and if he can, only then he's taking the victory home. Otherwise, he has to face Saha in another tournament.
Yeah, clearly, Professor will have to make miracles work here. He has Saha in his sights, tries, misses, tries again.
And Professor is just making quick shots right now to get him down.
Saha's gonna... Saha gets another one.
And Saha's taking the lead. Again, making Professor work double the work he's supposed to do now. And that too in 30 seconds. That will read out 28 seconds to go, guys.
Yep, he's gonna play for time, Saha. If he's wise, he's gonna play for time, not keep him out in the open, but he does get taken down. 2 more kills in 18 seconds. Can Professor make something work?
I don't think so, Sarthak. It's just about to close in over here, 20 for 18.
Yep.
And 10 seconds to go, guys.
Yeah, clearly Saha will spot Professor possibly on top of maintenance. Professor drops down and the timer's up. 2018, Saha takes the win.
That was a beautiful game by Saha, even though he was in domination, but he did plan it. You know, he did plan the game how he wants to play it, and later he started pushing it, and he did take it in the time crunch, the trophy home.
Brilliant. That round really made my everything rattle, to be honest. My God.
Exactly.
My God.
I feel that Saha knew that the game before this he lost to him, so he knew that in this game he had to make it up for him to go to the third round and finally prove himself over there.
Yep, clearly it was crucial for Saha to take that win. And right about now they'll be talking to Tiwari, Professor deciding what weapon he'll choose for the next round he does have that advantage of having won the first round. He gets to choose his weapon of choice in the last round as well, possibly work in his favor. What do you think?
Guys, score standing at 1-1 each. Professor at 1, Saha at 1, and this is the final decider. Whosoever wins this, dominates this, wins the semi.
The finals, in fact, Daksh, of the CommonFolk Call of Duty Mobile 1v1 tournament. Those of you, 20 of y'all watching, make sure you drop in the chat who do you think will come out on top. Will it be TXR Saha or RF Professor? I'm sure both players' clan members are in the chat. Make sure you drop in the chat. Shout out a cheer for your player.
And don't forget us to let us know that whichever was your favorite kill, favorite command, and favorite moves.
Yep, indeed it was quite a lot of shots going to and fro, but that can wait. Tiwari is with us. Tiwari, give us a sense of what just went down, man. We were excited to the max.
That was a very good, spectacular match. I thought the Professor was going to win at any cost, because he was actually, due to the new attachment which he has used for his gun, had a very good accuracy. If you would have noticed, Saha was getting a lot of hit markers against Professor. Then, but that was turn of tables act was tremendously amendable. That was so good. I would say that was the best I have ever seen.
Yep, clearly it was. And what next, Tiwari? What is the weapon of choice?
Players have chosen again for SMGs.
Oh, okay. So Professor gets the weapon of choice. So he did choose SMG.
Yes.
SMG it is then. Wow. Thoughts on that one? That weapon of choice, Tiwari. Who do you think will come out on top? Looks like we've kind of lost Tiwari in the gaps, but nonetheless he'll return to us right after the third round. So SMG, Daksh. SMG.
He's SMG Sarthak after all, and looking at why I think he chose for SMG, he does know he has a very good hand on automatic firing weapons.
Yep.
So I do believe he's just going to try to dominate him over there, put him under pressure, and do the same thing what he was trying to do in the first round. And let's see how it goes.
Let's hope for it. So for the best, as we are on possibly the third round, going to the third round. It's never really happened till date in the CommonFolk Call of Duty Mobile tournament. In the previous rounds. Yep.
This is, I think, our first time going to the third round. I'm really excited to see both the players in the third round, because this is the game which has built most of the pressure.
Yep, and of course, Professor, cheers Makdum, Jitwan, and Aditya also. So clearly, Professor could come out on top just with, if we left this to the fans voting or his friends voting. But clearly, the only thing we've involved the audience for is the maps for the 5v5 finals. If you just go to our Instagram page and check out the stories, you will be able to pitch in your input, your choice of map for the 5v5 finals. And I'm sure both teams, whoever they are, considering the semi-finals are yet to happen, in fact, will be glad for your vote. So make sure you go to our Instagram page and vote for the map in each game mode: Team Deathmatch, Domination, Hardpoint, Frontline, and Search and Destroy.
Alright folks, we'll just be beginning with the third round very soon. Stay tuned.
Meanwhile,
Grab your some meals, and here we begin.
Yep, looks like we're ready to go. Third round, final round for the 1v1 Call of Duty Mobile tournament by the CommonFolk and ViDe Esports. Let's go. Killhouse, TXR, Saha versus RF Professor.
And the game begins in 3, 2, 1.
We're off. Of course, Professor with the nade almost instantly.
Throwing it away right away towards Saha, going on top, getting some height, started domination. I told you Sarthak he would do that.
Yep.
He's got to put Saha under pressure, and right there taking Saha down, giving him a lot of damage.
Almost instantly there with that kill. Professor doing good, but there are pros and cons standing on top. There, as Saha will have a clear angle on Professor. The question is if Saha can get the shot.
That's a question, but I can see Professor over has Saha in his clear sight. He knows where he's moving. He exactly knows Saha is just looking for a spot where he can actually look at him and just make a shot. And he does. But Professor continues to give heavy fire.
Saha dropping there, taking his time, and a nade is out. Smoke grenade. In fact, Saha gets tagged in the process.
Saha shifting the side. And taking the first kill.
And another one. Professor with that double kill, and the nade is out. Will Saha get tagged? No, he won't. Stood clear of that, Saha.
I think that's his favorite position, Sarthak, on top. Like, that's the best place he feels.
Top angle, clearly. We saw him holding a similar angle. Yep. We saw him hold a similar angle at Rust as well. Looks like Saha trying the same thing as Professor will work in his favor. Gets tagged by Professor heavily, but equally tagged here with... And Professor getting equally tagged, like I said, nade out.
Let's see how it...
And Saha drops down. Professor holding back, surprising. Only Saha the one pushing to the opponent's spawn. Professor holding his own spawn.
That is really weird. That I don't know why Saha is pushing his spawn. Maybe just not push it so much. He can maybe play it better.
Yeah, possibly. But as Professor tries another frag, Saha gets tagged. He should wait for health regen. Shows himself once again.
Enemy contact.
Meanwhile, Saha trying to get the jump on Professor. Will he get it? Drop shot, tries, fails. Professor, that was a close one.
That was a close one, really close one for Professor looking at his health, because you know why this Professor won that shot? Because he landed all those bullets on his head. That's the only reason he survived that. If not, maybe Saha would have been walking away with a kill.
Perhaps, as the nade misses out on a huge margin there. Professor's nades now working in his favor. Professor keeps himself open.
And doesn't realize that that is too open, and Saha takes that one. Takes him down.
Clearly.
Professor going for the top, Saha taking the advantage of that again and put Professor down, showing him that he doesn't command the top. Even Saha can.
Clearly this is turning.
4 5 minutes, 30 minutes to go. Final round, very excited.
Yep, smoke grenade.
People are pushing their, both of the players are giving their best.
Yep, smoke grenade there by Professor. Gets taken down.
And Saha has been able to, come take that lead down and equalize the score, and now even overtake him with 1 point.
Yep, clearly Saha in his element, but just for now, as the nade from Professor lands almost near Saha, and Professor keeping his head out in the open. That smoke nade didn't work in his favor, but did give him the momentum to get that kill.
It did, Sarthak, and 6 all. We have 12 minutes to go. It's a very neck-to-neck game. Like, at every point, these guys are just equalizing the score.
Clearly, HG40 in the works here. Professor trying his best to make sure he holds a significant lead in this round. Meanwhile, Professor tries once again, tags Saha a bit, keeps himself out in the open. Is he aware Saha is gonna come around the right hand side? Drops down, comes back up, peeks. Saha holding back there. Saha playing around there behind that container.
But I don't think he will be able for very long. Sarthak, Professor is gonna get mad and gonna go behind him. Professor already has a lead right now. I think Saha is just taunting him.
Yeah, possibly. But
looks like taunting. Yeah, I would do that to taunt someone. I mean.
Yeah, I'm sure, but he has lost quite a bit of health in the process, but his health is coming back. Meanwhile, Professor tries to get that kill on Saha. Will he get it? Nope. In the process, Professor goes down.
Let me tell you, that was one of the longest baits I've ever seen, and it actually worked for Saha.
Target's inside.
It was great that bait actually played in Saha's favor. 7 all, guys. This is again a very close game. Both the players are very amazing. Use their skills, know the map very well, know their weapons, know how to shoot. That's why this is going neck to neck.
Clearly, Daksh. And smoke grenade again failed for Professor as he gets tagged heavily. Saha's gonna bide his time this time around. He is aware of Professor's position.
Yeah, and I think Professor is also well aware of Saha's trick that later on in the end game he tried dominating and tried winning by the time crunch. So I think Professor is really, keeping that in mind and trying to push.
Yep, scores are level, and we are coming into the 10-minute mark, 10.5-minute mark to go for this round at Kill House for the finals of the 1v1 CommonFolk Call of Duty Mobile Tournament. TXR Saha versus RF Professor. If you're just joining in, let's see who's going to come out on top as scores are level.
Guys, don't forget to let us know which was your favorite map among the three of them. All three were amazing, but of course all the three maps have different dynamics and different gameplay, so do let us know.
Clearly Saha, big mistake here, hiding in wooden house. Those walls aren't concrete, Saha.
Professor taking that headshot, taking that advantage, pushing him in the base. Saha doesn't know where he is exactly right now. Oh, that was a beautiful shot by Saha. Sarthak, what do you have to say about that? That was a very long shot.
Brilliant one. Clearly made sure his gun movements went hand in hand with Professor's movements and gets taken down once again, Professor.
And the score is 9-8, guys. 9 minutes 30 seconds to go. They have to reach 25, but I doubt they're going to make it to 25.
You never know, Daksh. It's always a possibility. And Professor coming out of wooden house. Saha holding on near his spawn. In fact, right side, Professor.
Professor is locked on to Saha, and Saha does come down and give him a surprise because Professor was expecting him. He just might attack him from the top. Yep. Surprise, surprise.
Gotta be quick with your movements especially when it's a 1v1. In fact, as Professor gets tagged heavily there. Meanwhile, Professor has to back off right about now for health regen. Meanwhile, Saha being a little audacious here as the nade misses him and Professor gets him there.
Professor totally took advantage of that.
Yep.
Of a big loss there, and also this.
Another one.
Score, beautiful.
Professor's momentum has begun, perhaps. Clearly, Professor holding back once again, trying to come through wooden house. Saha moving back towards his spawn. Professor will close in. They'll come face to face right about now.
Don't forget 15 points to go, guys. And only 8 minutes.
Down goes Saha. Professor takes the lead once again. Not for long, perhaps, as Saha with that refrag. Scores are level.
7 minutes out, guys.
Nade incoming.
I think Professor is expecting Saha to be on top, but that's not the case this time. Saha is actually flanking from the right. Both of them are flanking from the same direction. They're supposed to be head to head, and here they go. They meet, and totally Professor taking the advantage, hiding behind a wall, taking a flank, and then killing him.
Face to face yet again, right after a quick spawn, and down goes Saha as he shows his back towards Professor.
11-13, guys, and another one. That was a very fast kill by Professor.
Super unfortunate for Saha, as every time he respawns, Professor's right there waiting to kill him. Meanwhile, Professor peeking there, trying to get an angle. I'm not too sure. Saha is aware that he can tag Professor heavily through that wall. Tries. And there goes the axe, misses him. Saha trying every possible equipment at his disposal. It's taken out.
Beautiful game going over here, 12-14. Saha taking that kill, 13-14. Saha is also neck to neck. Professor win at no cost. He wants to give him one of the toughest fights he's ever seen.
Yep, clearly.
At this point, Sarthak, I really don't know who's going to win because we have the...
Yep, too close to tell, Daksh, like you said. Target at 25, just over 6 minutes to go. Saha backing off once again. Yep, Professor's biding his time. Okay, what's Professor up to? Professor's decided to just stay at spawn.
Okay, that is really weird. Like,
Which-
that does look like he's AFK to me, Sarthak.
Nope. Based on what I see, no information has been relayed to me that Professor's AFK. They both are just biding their time.
So I think they just might be holding on. Somebody might just walk
Enemy
into death.
contact.
Professor has begun moving once again. Professor tries on top of that building, shows himself. Cheeky stuff happening here at the finals.
Yeah, dude, I have to give you that Sarthak. Like, oh, Professor did take a kill, and now I think he's gonna hold his points. He's gonna stay behind. He's gonna play safe because he knows he's leading, and it doesn't make sense for him to go aggressive and out there to give him points.
Yep, clearly.
5 minutes to go, guys. 5 minutes to decide who's gonna take the win.
I'm guessing.
For Saha, he needs 2 more points to grab them.
Yep, I'm guessing it was about 30 seconds that Professor just sat there at his spawn.
But Sarthak, yeah, those 30 seconds were also very valuable. You know, he lost those 30 seconds.
Clearly,
and
but
he's jumping now.
he does have the lead. He does have the lead. Saha's the one to miss out, but Professor could get taken out. Why would Saha stop shooting at that moment? He didn't even have to reload.
Very quick response to that because we saw we could have just lost Professor here. He was only left with 30 HP.
Clearly tries to tag him heavily. Professor getting tagged heavily, gets killed.
14-16 guys, 4 minutes 30 seconds to go. Professor on 2-point lead. But looks like Saha is not like that. He's closed the gap to 1 point.
Yep, clearly trophy system's out. Professor tries to send a nade towards Saha. Yep, it did drop near him. Doesn't affect him in any way. Saha will push through. Woodenhouse possibly comes out in the open, throws his axe. Doesn't quite do anything there. Professor playing around at his spawn, face to face with Saha. Saha gets tagged.
And Professor takes down Saha, and Professor's already established dominance in the game. And once again he goes for another kill. One after another, he's just not stopping, and he's looking for his 3rd kill.
Just over 3.5 minutes.
Didn't come his way. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure Sarthak would have landed for the 3rd kill.
Target inside.
Yep, clearly as he goes down a 3rd time, Saha won't be smiling, but there is time. He can recoup.
3 minutes 30 seconds to go, guys. Only 2 points, 3-point difference.
That's just increasing, Daksh. That's just increasing. Looks like Professor's in his element right about now. Shows his back. Is he aware? Saha's coming around the right hand side. Takes him down.
Another 3 minutes to go, and it's going to be really hard for Saha to make a comeback, but let me tell you, he's given him a very good competition.
Yep, what a fight. It's been the triple round finals of the 1v1. Clearly super exciting for us, and I'm sure it was for the audience as well. Meanwhile, we cannot say it has ended. 4 kills to go for Professor. Tries, gets taken down. Could this be the comeback of Saha?
I think it just might be, but he might not be able to cover every 2 minutes 30 seconds to go, guys.
Another one.
But as we can see, Saha is actually pushing it. He's pushing his luck on it.
Clearly, he's starting to realize time is not on his side. Time is clearly not on his side. And 2 minutes to go. And it's a 4-kill lead for Professor as he has resorted to stick to spawn. Yes, he will play time here. Yep, he's just playing time, Daksh. He's just playing time as Saha approaches. Saha has to be quick if he wants this round win. Gets tagged and gets taken out. 22 kills as the score stands.
Only 1 minute 30 seconds remaining, guys. 22-17.
Yeah, Professor
with a high lead.
Yeah, Professor.
And he's already established a lot of pressure on Saha, and going for 23-17. I think he's just gonna finish with 25 kills.
24.
Professor, and he's gonna take the tournament away.
Okay, what do you think? Last minute, we're going down to the last minute, and 1 more kill for Professor to become the winner of the CommonFolk. 1v1 Call of Duty Mobile tournament. He's dropping down. Saha taking a top angle there.
So he's just waiting for the last kill there. He can go for the last kill, taking a lot of health at 20. Didn't give any tag to Saha.
Yep, Saha taking that top angle, holding that top angle, drops down. Professor will approach Saha face to face as they go. Will Saha get taken down right about now? No, he doesn't. Gets heavily tagged. Professor faces him off again. Saha at absolute no health.
Kill.
It's happened. We have a winner, Daksh.
We have a winner, guys. And this was a 25-17 clean victory by Professor.
Yeah, brilliant one. What a match that was. What a triple match that was. Professor, rightfully the winner of the CommonFolk Call of Duty Mobile 1v1 tournament, which means he will be awarded with the next season's Season 10's Battle Pass.
That's amazing, Sarthak. And it was so amazing to see all these players play so amazingly. Each one of them gave their best shot. Especially shout out to all the players who came out and reached out to us and played this amazing tournament.
Yep, and we're not just done yet, Daksh. We still have to go to the players for the post-match chat with both of them. I'm pretty sure they'll have some interesting things to say. How about we go there?
I really would like to tell our viewers that Saha is again an amazing player. He gave one of the best competition and he was brilliant at so many stages, but it was just hard luck. And I'm pretty sure next time he comes back, he's going to come back stronger.
Yep, let's see. For sure, I'm sure he will. But that's another tournament to wait. Let's hear from the players. Let's move towards them. And guys, what a match that was. Saha and Professor. How are you all feeling after that one?
Bro, that was such an intense match.
Yeah.
Dude,
It was too intense. I was like, I was shaking like shit. The sniper match. I mean, as he once like the moment he said sniper, like I lost all my confidence because I'm a primary assaulter. Like I don't use sniper at all. Like all my clanmates know that. Like I don't use sniper at all.
Mm-hmm.
But you're damn good with the sniper, man. Like some of the picks that you took were like super good, man.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah. Incredible. I'm
well,
sure.
Well played, bro.
Yeah. And Daksh and I were going crazy on in the commentators box. Daksh, you got anything to ask these lads?
Alright, guys, I just have to. That was one of the best games I've ever seen anybody play. So how do you guys feel? Like, what is going through your mind, Saha? Like, we heard from Professor. We would like to know from your side because, like, the first game you were under a lot of pressure, but in the second one you turned around the table.
Yeah, and the problem is I brought that pressure onto myself because I pitched in a lot of places where I shouldn't have. Took a lot of fights in the open which I shouldn't have.
Right.
Because I noticed that Professor was taking head glitches constantly and like he was playing really passive. Once he got that lead, there was the pressure on me to like get the score level. So I had to push somehow. That was, I think, one of my biggest mistakes in the first games.
But we still feel, even under pressure, you were performing extremely, good.
But also in the last game again, my plan was basically to play passive, and I think when there were around 3 minutes left, when Professor got the 2 continuous picks because he spawned like right next to me. Right. And I was expecting him to spawn like completely like on the cross map. And I think after that, when the timer started counting down, I started feeling the pressure, like a lot of pressure at that point to get the score level or at least get even 1 kill ahead. So yeah, I think that's what made sure that I took the L today, but it's okay. Good game, Professor. Played really well. Played really like he was solid gameplay. Like absolutely calm, collected. Quite like the character he's named after.
Brilliant stuff. I have one question though, Professor. There was a moment in the last round where you just sat down at your spawn for 30 seconds.
I had to do it. I'm being honest, we both are equally matched. I just had to play safe there.
Okay, tactics, I'm sure. Alright, thanks guys, and what a match that was. Congratulations to Professor. Cheers, guys.
Thank you. All right.
All right, guys, that was Professor and Saha, the finalists of the Call of Duty Mobile tournament hosted by ViDe Esports for the CommonFolk. And what a match that was! What a series of matches that was, the 1v1s.
I swear, like they were quite entertaining, very different from one another, and all the time very exciting because we just did not know what's gonna happen.
And before we sign off with the end of this stream, let's just play a short video from the CommonFolk, the folks who are doing the best for society. In fact, all proceeds from the tournament will go to them. And let's take a look at what they're up to. Yep, and that was a short video from the CommonFolk. All proceeds of the tournament will go to them, and yep, for a really good cause. So we thank each and every one of y'all who took part in the 1v1 tournament. Brilliant lad Professor took the win, and he will be getting the Season 10 Battle Pass. Alright folks, that's all for now. Semi-finals coming up. We're already kind of running late, so I'm pretty sure the teams are eager. Make sure you switch to that stream and you will see a bunch of us there as well.